So I joined Rumble, as a lot of you probably know, a couple weeks ago, actually February 8th of this month. And already I'm starting to monetize on it, actually make some money. Now I know that, 0.22 cents in total is not a lot. I mean, barely anything. But, there's other things like ECPM, which is, another way of making money, and it's $1. So far in total, when you combine the two, it's been like $1.02, if not more. I've actually made about, I would say, practically about almost $5, $6 on it, but the way they do things is a little bit more different than what YouTube does. But as I've mentioned before, when I've talked about being on Rumble now, you can cash out at any time, so you don't have to wait, a whole month for your next check to show up, your next deposit to show up because of your content creating. You can get it at any time, which is why they're always promoting the fact that, hey, we're putting the content creator first. And one of the ways they're doing that is saying, hey, you need the money, right now, go ahead and get it. It might take a few days, maybe 24 hours, who knows, but you're going to get it. So I do like that. And it goes to your PayPal account, which you can actually transfer to your bank. So thank goodness for that. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because, since I've joined, I've already uploaded almost 60 videos on there. And, I want to first of all thank everybody that has been, looking into it, checking it out, and, kind of seeing, maybe the benefits as to why, someone like me would also go to Rumble and, provide the content there instead of sticking with YouTube. Look, YouTube is the place to be, there's no doubt, but, the regulations it has, on a lot of things is what's really causing a lot of folks to look elsewhere. It's making them, it's causing them to go look towards Twitch, Daily Motion, VENMO, BitChute, you name it. And even Rumble, because it's like, they have the restrictions, but they're not so restrictive on them. It's like, they're very loose on those restrictions. Like, hey, you want to do this, go ahead and do this. You want to do that, go ahead and do that. I mean, again, they do have the guidelines and stuff, but it's not as bad as the YT. And I look at the fact that I believe I'm not the only one that's going to jump over to Rumble. I really don't. I think over time you're going to see a lot of, content creators, very notable ones on YouTube jumping ship over there too. I mean, I could see someone like Angry Joe eventually jumping ship over there. I could see someone like Linkara jumping ship over there. And I can see someone like, James Rolfe, believe it or not, jumping ship over there, but not abandoning YouTube, kind of doing what, people like me have been doing, like Clownfish TV has done, like VENMO has been doing in Yellow Flash, and that's basically having a backup channel to provide content on, just in case something, goes awry with the YT. So basically, I do recommend anybody out there that if you guys want to have a backup channel, somewhere where you're going to have less restrictions and you won't have to worry about, oh, I want to do this, but I can't do it because, this might, get this, or this might happen to this, or that might happen to that. My suggestion is to look into Rumble. Look into Rumble. You'll still be, you could take your audience over there. There's no doubt. Just say, hey, I'm over here now. And, if you have the following that a lot of these people do, there's no doubt you'll get that following going over there to you. So I suggest looking into Rumble as an alternative. So that way, you could still do what you do on your YouTube channel. But then afterwards, you can upload, that video over to Rumble. Like, let's say you do a live stream on YouTube, but then you're like, okay, I also want to show it to the people on Rumble. All you have to do is try to, connect the two, tether the two together into one simultaneous live stream. Or what you could do is you could wait 12 hours and then download the live stream. Or if you're already recording it, take that recording and upload it over to Rumble after it's all said and done. then that way you could have people over there watching it, and you don't have to worry about the fact that, let's say you said something or you played something on your stream, like a reaction, to let's say an audio clip or a video clip or whatever, and it gets claimed. Over on Rumble, you don't have to worry about that. You wouldn't have to worry about that, whatsoever. Because, as I mentioned, I put a fan vid over there of We Are a Miracle, which is a fan vid I did for Bonkers and Fawn, and it got monetized. It didn't get claimed, it got monetized. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the fact that you're able to do that kind of stuff without issue. For now, that is. Because, look, Rumble might have to deal with these kind of the same kind of situations that YouTube's dealing with, but hopefully not. But what I do recommend is looking into this alternative known as Rumble, because obviously they're partnered with YouTube. And what I mean by partnered, loosely partnered, is I guess when you make money off of YouTube, off of YouTube videos, your monetization, you can combine it with what you make over at Rumble. So that helps you out, tremendously as well. But, again, if you want an alternative, Rumble is the place to go. And I think, honestly, there are those that work at YouTube that would recommend it as well. They'd probably recommend you, in my opinion, to go to Rumble and create an account there, because of the fact that, hey, they know some of the regulations that's being put down are ridiculous. And that, probably fellow content creators themselves, they want us to have, a little bit of freedom, in presenting our content to our viewers. So my recommendation is to go over to Rumble and check it out, create an alternative account there, and you might be surprised what you're able to do. And again, the benefit is, even though it might take time, because you gotta, upload as much videos as you can and get as many raw views and unique views as you can, even though it might take time, and patience is a virtue. I think that's the one lesson that they're teaching here at Rumble is, hey, patience is a virtue. Over time, you'll start seeing that progress be rewarded, and you might start seeing some money coming in. I mean, it might start small and slow, but when I was starting out at Anchor.fm with my podcasting, and I got to start doing some monetization there, even though it started small, all of a sudden it just took off just like that. And I started seeing the money start to come in before that all changed under Spotify's, I guess you could say, strong arm or something. But yeah, even though it's going to take time, that small amount's going to grow. And it's going to grow over time before you know it. So again, my website recommendation, go to rumble.com, as an alternative, and you might enjoy what you see. Because again, every video you will upload will automatically be monetized. And if you're already making money on YouTube, you could probably connect that together. There are videos out here on YouTube that talk about that. You can connect those videos together, your channels, I should say, together, and the videos, and you'll be able to make a little bit more money on the side, not just with YouTube, but combine it with Rumble, if you know what I'm saying. But I do recommend it, as an alternative to look into, and that's really all I'm going to say.